Right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
So
As you guys may know, I always start my analysis on the high time frame, aka the monthly time frame. Set up actually Jeff, because I go to the coffee shop at least 3 times, even 4 times a week, to obviously to do some work and also to look for setups. And then Jeff actually found this setup for us, and then I took a look at it on a daily time frame, and I'm like, you know what, that's actually a decent setup for a sell, right? So into this session, I'm going to explain why I took the sale. And then obviously I'm hoping to win this trade, right? So we've been on a crazy winning streaks for the last 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks and a half, right? And we've been every single week, at least for me, right? Every single week I've been um ending the week in profit, right? Every single Friday, profit every single Friday. So this is the monthly time frame, GBP card, right? So on the monthly time frame, I don't be doing too much apart from putting my key levels, right? I'm just going to grab my resistance level. I'm going to put it, I'm going to put one right here, right? Or you can try to get as many touches as possible. You can place it right here as well. Then I'm going to grab my support level, right? And I'm going to place it somewhere in this area, right? So this is pretty much where GC is currently at on the monthly time frame. It's kind of choppy a little bit, right? Yet again, this is my first time trading that pair. The same thing as NC, right? Same thing as the NZD card. Sorry, NZD CHF trade that we took on Monday, and then it's currently up about 65 pips right now, right? This is a skill set. Once you master the skill set, guys, you'll be able to trade any pairs, right? Doesn't matter if it's gold, silver, futures, same strategy for everything, right? And this is why every time Jeff sends me like a new pair to look at, I still use the same strategy for everything, right? So now I'm going to go into the weekly time frame. This is where we are on the weekly time. This is where we at on the weekly time frame, right? I'm going to place a couple more levels as well. Right here is a descent resistance level. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like a lot of touches there, right? And then let's see if I can place a second level. Right now, I'll place a level right here as well. So now I'm going to work my way down again into the daily time frame, right? As you can see, I start on the monthly, go on the weekly, and then I'm going to move down on the daily. Then I'm going to move down again on H4 and then move down a little bit on H1 as well, right? So this is a daily time frame. This is where we're currently at. Yet again, guys, the daily time frame is pretty much where you have to pay the most attention to, right? The daily time frame, if you get the daily time frame right, there is like a high chance that you probably going to win the trade, right? Obviously, news can happen or manipulation, whatever the case may be, right? The daily time frame, focus on the actual trend, right? Just ask yourself, right? When it comes to day trading, right, or investing in general, right, there are only two things that you can do. It's either you buy or you sell, right? If the market is trending up, you look for buys. If the market is trending down, you look for sales, right? And then I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions, right? This is GBP card on the daily time frame, right? It does look kind of choppy a little bit. If you pay like good attention to it, you'll be able to tell the trend, right? So can somebody tell me, is the market trending up or down, right? Or was the market trending up or is it currently trending down? Like these are like the questions that you got to ask yourself in a daily time frame, right? Because once you get the daily trend right, all you got to do is wait for the market to create the next structure and for you to get in. Can somebody tell me if the market is trending up or down?
I think it's up.
I think it's up. Okay.
okay, right now it started trending down, but then before it was going up.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yet again, this GBP card is very choppy, right? It's kind of hard to tell. But if you focus on structure to structure, it was trending up, but now it is currently trending down, right? I'm going to show you guys why, right? So always go to insert shapes, right? Rectangle. This is your low, right? This is the high right here. And then the market went all the way down to give you a high low. right? And then the market went all the way up to give you this whole area. You can call it like an equal low right here, right? And the market dropped again to give you a higher low right here, right? And then the market went all the way up to give you another higher low, right? And then the market dropped again to give you a, what would you guys call this? Right? Low, higher, sorry, higher low, higher high. What would you guys call this one right here?
Higher low.
Higher low, exactly. But pay attention, guys, right? Obviously, until uh until the most recent higher low, the market was currently trending up, right? Up, right? You got the low, high, higher low, equal high, higher low, higher high, and then higher low. But guess what happened, guys, right? After the market created the higher low, right? Which, like, let's say if you're buying GC and then you actually place a buy on GC right here, which was the right thing to do, by the way, right? Because you're following the trend, you're following the structure, right? So all you have to do was to place your fib from the most recent higher low, right? Right here, all the way to the most recent higher high. Guess what? You're getting at the 61.8%, right? And then obviously you're in good profit. The market is going up, going up, it's going up, it's going up. But guess what, guys? The market actually lost momentum, right? If you look at this, actually, I'm gonna make this a bit smaller, right? If you look at this, the market was going up, but the market couldn't go to give you like an equal high or a higher low, right? If you look at this, you got the high, you got the equal high, and you got the higher high, which is an indication of buyers are still in control and the market is giving you proper uptrend structures, right? But here, that's what happened. The market dropped to give you higher low, which is a nice entry for the buy, by the way. And the market went all the way up. But guess what? It lost momentum, lost momentum, lost momentum. And then it just dropped, right? Like crazy. So what would you guys call this one right here? So this is where you have to like switch, right? Direction, right? So what would you guys call this one, right? So obviously this is the most recent area high, right? So since the
Uh,
market couldn't go above this previous area high, how would you guys call this one?
I would say higher low.
Sorry, say it again.
A higher low.
Anyone else? Yeah, Zay said lower high. Exactly. Right. So this was a higher low, right? So guys, it's very easy to understand, right? So a higher low means the previous the most recent structure is higher compared to the previous structure, right? Because this is a low, this is a higher low. So it simply
Mhm.
means this guy right here is higher than this, than the previous
Okay.
low, right? But if you start looking at it from the left side now, right? You got the high, and the market went all the way up, trying to go past the most recent high, but failed to do so, and then actually closed below the previous high. So now this becomes a lower high, right? So that's the first lower high, which is an indication of the market is no longer trending up, or the market is there's a change of direction happening, right? So the market is giving you lower highs. It's probably going to give you the lower highs. They're going to give you the lower highs, which is an indication of a bearish momentum, right? So now all you got to do is right. So if you grab your trend line, right, place it from the low, right, all the way up, guys. Look at this, right? Now let me check out all the touches actually. The more touches you have, the better. There we go. Right? So if you look at it, right, you got the low, up, 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 right? The market, kind of like respected this trend a little bit. Then guess what? I went up, lost momentum, drop, and then went all the way up again to give you a lower high. Remember what I told you guys. If there's a break of the trend, you also got to wait for the market to break previous structure. In this case, right, this was the most, let me get rid of this. Guys, this is very advanced, right? So if you don't actually get it in the first time, just watch this video over and over and over again, right? So this was the most recent structure, right? Which is the higher low, right? Because this is a higher low, This is a higher low, right? So the market went below the trend. If there's a break of the trend, make sure you also wait for the market to break and retest structure. That's when you know for sure there is a change of direction, right? So in this case, the market was trending up, which is bullish, right? So yet again, I don't counter trade anymore, right? I stopped counter trading since September, right? So I don't counter trade anymore. If the market is bullish, I look for buys only. Then if the market is bearish, I look for sales only, right? So in this scenario, right, the market went below the trend, right? Then went above to give you a bearish indication that the market is going to keep going down, which is a lower high, right? Because this is a high, this becomes a lower high. And then the market broke below the previous structure, which is the higher low, then came all the way up to retest it. So that's a clear indication that the market is going to keep dropping, right? Yet again, when it comes to day trading, anything can happen, right? So we just gotta trade what we see. We just have to follow our confluences, but anything can happen. But based on all these confluences, right? Based on market structure, based on break and retest of the trend, right? Obviously, I'm going to feel safer on the sell side. And this is why I call the GBP CAD trade, right? This is a beautiful setup, at least for me, right? I have over like 3 or 4 confluences, right? Break and retest of the trend, right? That's one. And then the market created the lower high right here, which is an indication of bearish, of sellers are currently in control, right? And then this is the most crucial part for me, right? The market also broke below the previous structure right here at the higher low, right? And then came back for the retest at the higher low, right? That's 3 confluences. And the last confluences, right? And you guys know this is the cheat code, right? So all you gotta do is insert fib retracement, right? Place your fib from the most recent structure. In this case, it is the lower high, right? And then all the way to where the market stopped before the retracement. And guess what, guys? We got in at the 50%. And then the sweetest spot for us is the 61.8% retracement. That's where we're going to add our second entry, right? And then I'm telling you guys, man, once you get at the 50 and the 61.8%, your RR ratio is always going to be positive, right? Let me see. In this scenario, we're probably risking at like 60 pips at the 50%, right? So if you get in, right, obviously you're gonna have to target the 0% as your TP1. That's about 180 pips, right? That's like pretty much 1-2-3 RR ratio. And then you're gonna have to target minus 27% as TP2, that's 280 pips, right? This is why, guys, I'm always in profit overall. Doesn't matter how many losses I take, even though my winning ratio is like 85%, but my RR ratio is what I focus on the most because I can literally lose 3 trades. Like when I tell you guys 3 trades, and then I get in at a nice 50 or 61.8%, and then I go for 0% as TP1 and minus 27% as TP2. I'm like off that one trade only, I already recovered from all my losses, right? From all my losses. But this is exactly how I trade, guys. And when I tell you, once you trade like this, you know, you're going to have to be patient because if the market doesn't give you a proper retracement at the 50 or 61.8%, you're not getting in. All you have to do is wait and wait for the market to actually give you the next higher low, sorry, the next lower high in this case, between the 50 and the 61, and you get in, right? And you put your stop loss close to the 78.6%, and then you ride it all the way to the 0% for TP1, minus 27% for TP2, because we're probably going to have 2 entries anyways, right? So proper setup, not gonna lie. Yeah, it is a proper setup. We got trust me, bro. We don't miss, bro. We don't miss. But yet again, the main reason I took this trade, not just because the market broke and retest the trend line, right? Because we've been seeing so many break and retest of the trend line, the market keeps going up, right? Because there's so many false breakouts, right? The main key, like the main thing I want you guys to focus on the most, and I tell you guys, once you guys master market structure and the fib, man, you're gonna take your day trading to the next level, man. I'm telling you, right? As soon as I saw the market broke below the previous structure, I already know that the market is no longer bullish, right? Because structure is everything, right? The market broke below previous higher low, right? And then came back to retest it at the 50%. And then that's where we got in at as a first entry. And then we'll be looking to get in at probably gonna call a sell limit if I go to sleep tonight at the 61.8% as a second entry, right? So this is exactly how I trade, guys, man. You know, I use those blue boxes to do it like this. You know exactly what you're looking for, right? So in this scenario, I know exactly what I was looking for, which was the break and retest of the bullish structure, which is the higher low, right? And then we also have a second confirmation that the market lost momentum. And then it created a lower high for us, right? Now this become a high. This became a lower high, and then we're actually going to get in at the next lower high, right? It is a good setup, but you know anything can happen. You know that's how day trading goes. You just gotta be ready for the worst. As long as you have a good or ratio, you follow your trading plan properly, and like I don't know about you guys, like pretty much for me, like every single Friday I end the week in positive, right? So if you guys actually take the signals on time, follow the trading plan that I gave you, and then you know, don't be greedy, you know, just practice good risk management, right? If I tell you to use 0.10 lot size and use 0.5 lot size, and then you took the loss, and then the next trade you're going to use 0.10 lot size, that means it's going to take you like over 5 trades to recover, right? So I just want you guys to think about it for 1 second, right? Just use the same lot size for every signals, right? For every single trade, you use the same lot size on it, right? Let's say if your account went from 500 to 1K, right? Obviously, you can go from 0.05 to 0.10, right? You can up your lot size, right? But until then, just use the same trading plan that I gave you, then you should be good.